Feels weird having to narrate on Fridays again now that the tournament's over, but, you know, it's more for you guys. I didn't do one on Monday, so, you know, why not? Might as well close off the week with a good match. So, what's up, guys? Welcome to Friday's upload. I have I suppose a standard match against a guy by the name of StRaven. I believe that's actually an abbreviation for Saint Raven. I think that's maybe what it is. I don't know. Anyways, we had a standard match at the stream yesterday, which is kind of why I like Friday's uploads. They give me the opportunity to upload a more recent game from yesterday, since Thursday streams are kind of a thing now. But we'll go ahead and play that back right now. Alright, now I got that team, that one that I used way back when. It's also on Pokemoshpit as well. And he's just kind of, I guess he kind of pegged that I was using that as well. I don't know how he got that, but you know, he's got some standard stuff. He's got two lower tier things, just like, okay. We could have ourselves a wonderfully fantastic game here. So I'm going to go and lead off with Victini because that's my Scarfer. Might as well just get some switch advantage going on with U-turn, things like that. Just scout him out a little bit, see what's going on. He's going to lead with Staraptor. Now, the thing is, he can do that too if he does happen to be Scarfed, which I did not think he would be. But, you know, leading with it, I probably should have thought better. And it turns out he actually goes for the Brave Bird instead. Now, I think I ended up going for the Fusion Bolt just because the Staraptor was in the lead spot. If it was any other thing, I probably would have just gotten out of there. But because I know I can take any one hit from Staraptor, since I don't think it really has anything that can hit me for super effective, that'll kill me in one shot. My point being is that it cannot one-shot me, and I can one-shot it because I do have a super effective move. So, locked in a Fusion Bolt, but I don't want to stay in on an unstab move on Gallade. I can probably kill it off with a V-Create, just stock like that, but I'm locked in on the wrong move. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, decide to go into Vaporeon, you know, maybe get a Scald off, a Toxic off, depending on what kind of Gallade this is. But the Shadow Sneak was also a little bit obvious as well. It was kind of a multi-purpose thing going on there. That was a possibility in the back of my mind, you know, for why he would have brought that in there. Otherwise, he probably would have brought in his Latios if he didn't have Shadow Sneak on it, or, you know, that kind of makes sense. So, he decides to go for Swords Dance. As I go for the Scald, I'm kind of hoping for the burn here, so I don't really have to worry about this thing too much. But I don't get it, no dice. And he actually has Leaf Blade. I was kind of expecting like a Swords Dance and then a Close Combat, or like a Swords Dance and a Drain Punch. You know, something along those lines. I do run Leaf Blade on my bulk up set, but you know, that's my bulk up set. Not everyone likes to run Leaf Blade, you know, and things like that. Point is that I actually end up living it, but I don't get the Scald burn on this one too, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But, you know, I'm kind of just asking for something that has a 30% chance of happening, so if it doesn't happen, I shouldn't be too surprised. Anyways, I'm going to try to use it as switch fodder. I also know that he has a Melodic, so if that comes in and it tries to surf something, then I can come back in and get some HP back as well. But for now, I'm going to go into Scizor to take the predicted Leaf Blade. The smarter play for him to have done would have been to switch up to a fighting move, since I was at such a low range of HP. You know, just change up moves definitely would have paid off better for him in that situation. Especially if he had Drain Punch, you know, he would have been able to get some HP back there. But all I saw was Swords Dance and Leaf Blade, and that's all we're going to see because Scizor cleans up the job there with, you know, Friday Bullet Punch, so we're good to go. Anyways, he's got an Infernape. I'm thinking just right off the bat, just stock, instinct, default thing in my mind is like, oh, it's a Choice Bander. So I'm going to go into Vaporeon as Death Fodder just to see what he wants to lock himself in on. If he's going to go for the Flare Blitz, you know, if he's going to go for the U-turn, Close Combat, things like that. I'm pretty sure I have things that can deal with all of them. I also have a Gengar, which really likes to fuck around with choice Pokemon in that speed range, such as, you know, Terrakion, and then, you know, just basically everything below it and such. But mainly Infernapes and Terrakions. Gengar just loves preying on him, you know, the sub-disable set. But he decides to go for the U-turn. I get switch advantage now because he has to send out his Pokemon first. He goes into Latios. I'm going to go into my Scarf Victini and then just go for the U-turn, see how much damage it does. It does a really good amount of damage, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Scizor to finish the job. And provided he doesn't predict me and go for the Hidden Power Fire, I should be good to go, you know. I don't know if I'll be able to finish him off from that range exactly. But, you know, a Bullet Punch is still going to do a really good amount of damage. So he does get a crit on the Surf. It's not too vital. It's a little annoying, though, just because I am especially defensive Scizor and that is an unstab hit. I also see that he has lefties as opposed to a choice item. So, whatever. Decide to go for a Bullet Punch now. And that does not take him out, but he's going to go for another Surf. Now, I think his logic for this, as opposed to going for like a stab move or something like that, was probably predicting my Victini to come back in to take the Hidden Power Fire and then finish off with the U-turn. I was like, why would you double Surf right there? I was thinking about it. I didn't really ask him, but it kind of makes sense when you put it in that light, I guess. For now, he's going to go out into his Ferrothorn. This is a very good play on his behalf. You know, it's actually going to let him take the hit pretty well and die to Iron Barbs, but it's going to give me the ultimate switch advantage here, as I am able to go into either Machamp or Victini. I decide the best thing to probably do right now is I'm going to go to Machamp, because I am a sub 3 attack set. What I can do is I can sub up predicting the Leech Seed, or, you know, the Stealth Rocks, the basically non-attacking move. I'm pretty sure I should be able to take a Gyro Ball reasonably well as well, but he just decides to go for the Power Whip right off the bat. I sped this part up a little bit too, just because it's just me, like, deciding whether or not I'm going to keep this up. And then I was like, wait, if I punch him on this next turn, you know, the confusion will also kind of factor into whether or not the Power Up's going to miss or anything like that, because that's all he's going for. So it's like, maybe he doesn't have Gyro Ball, or just maybe he doesn't want to use it. All I know is Power Whip has a chance to miss, and then with confusion going along, if this doesn't kill him, you know, it'll just give me that much better odds, I suppose, to have the sub up. So do take a little bit of Iron Barbs damage. Let's see what's going on. I think he hits himself on this one. Now, I mentioned in the stream that this was a first turn confusion snap out. That's because, you know, you have to have the mandatory 1 turn of confusion. That's how it works. It's kind of like with sleep. So I sub up right here, and he snaps out immediately and hits me with another Power Up. So he's pretty accurate with these, and he's getting a little bit fortunate, you know, considering the crit from earlier as well. I don't think I've really had anything going my way, but it's not like everything of his that he's been tossing my way has really been too vital. Point is, I get to finish him off with a Dynamic Punch. And the thing is that this whole thing just really didn't matter too much, because he brings in Infernape immediately after, and I gotta let something take a hit just to figure out what he's gonna do. I mean, if I want to predict weirdly, and then just decide to switch into Gengar, you know, predicting close combat or something like that, which is probably why he might have gone for the Flare Blitz right here, as opposed to that, you know, maybe also just not wanting to lower his defense as well. Gets another crit, not vital at all, but, you know, just to rub more salt in the wound. But the cool thing is because I'm a sub-disabled Gengar, like I was talking about a little bit earlier, the phone's ringing, it's a little distracting, but I get to disable him, and I'm going to see what kind of Infernape he is, you know, if he's going to switch up moves, or if he's going to stay in. I'm going to go for the sub, because I feel relatively free doing that. And it turns out he actually just decides to stay in and struggle, and the worst part is this struggle is breaking my sub. In case you guys haven't filled in, struggle is typeless, so I used to think it was normal, but it's not. It means he's allowed to go for struggle. Choice banded struggle is breaking my sub. I don't like that at all. But it's at this point that, you know, he's at like half health, something like that. I kind of just subbed again. I was like, you know, maybe he'll switch out now. I was pretty convinced that he was going to switch out, but he's just kind of leaving this thing in to die. So it's like, you know, I'm losing out on health. He's losing out on health. You see, he got another crit on the sub? Motherfucker. Okay. So, since I'm faster and everything, I should be able to finish him off from here, especially since he's no longer disabled. I don't want to take a Flare Blitz. I'm just going to finish the job right now. But that thing's down. I believe all that's left is a Latios and a Melodic. So this Speed Tail right here, if I win, it's going to make it a little bit easier. If I don't win, I do still have Victini, which can definitely finish the job. And it turns out I do win. So, you know, we kind of got around like 2 or 3 turns of the match that weren't really too vital, I suppose. But that's going to help out. So I think his last one, now that we're talking about it, is Melodic. So what I can do here is I do have Victini with the Fusion Bolt, and I believe I might have one more poke that I'm failing to... I have my Espeon, which I don't think I actually sent out once this game. So that probably could have calm-minded up a little bit and Psy-Shocked and things like that. But I am going to attack him, you know, just because that's what you do, and I can't disable anything until he goes for something. So by disabling his Surf, that's actually going to make my Victini a little bit safer, since it's going to probably have Ice Beam, maybe a Hidden Power or something like that. I wasn't actually expecting to live that hit, but now that I do, I might as well take advantage of it, you know. So now that Surf's disabled, you know, I can die right now, that's fine, and then if he wants to go for Ice Beam on Victini, he can. He's kind of back into a corner at this point, you know, truthfully. So go for another Shadow Ball. I think this one does end up critting, but I'm pretty sure I could be able to take 1 or 2 Ice Beams and then, you know, just finish up the job with Victini and both Espeon combined. It's kind of an uphill struggle. So, looking at the track of the video, yeah, I'm just going to finish it off with a Fusion Bolt at this point, and that is going to be the game, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you're welcome to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. What do I have going on for today? I have a live TCGO narration that will be uploaded a little bit after this. I took it before this video. I haven't recorded Penumbra yet. I do want to record that either tonight or tomorrow to have uploaded by tomorrow night for sure. And yeah, things. I don't know. Anyways, that's a new calendar, I suppose, for those of you that were kind of wondering. Yeah, it's going to be there. Anyways, that'll do it for today, and I will see you guys later this weekend, Monday, one of those. See you when I see you.